Hey, what's going on, guys? Changing it up a little bit, changing it up. I'm outside right now, and I just wanted to go ahead and give you guys a different angle, different scenery. Luckily, where I live, the backyard has a lot of greenery, which I think brings a lot of calmness for some reason. But my new book that I'm reading by Joseph S. Brenner, The Imperfect Life, so far has been very, very eye-opening. Obviously, it's kind of relating towards the aspect of there being one source that created us and that guides us through life, and not only guides us, but puts certain things in our lives on purpose. So everything has a purpose, right? And something that we can hard to seem to believe, because obviously we believe that we have the will to will certain things, and it's on us and it's on you, and you kind of have that suffering, and you live a life that you have to, as everything's on you, and you have no type of faith. So again, I'm not a big religious guy, so I'm not here to preach because I'm not into religion, but I do believe there's something bigger than us that does give us the desires, the ideas, the concepts, all these things that we think about, and where do these thoughts come from. So I started thinking about this, and I started just questioning myself. So I said, let me pick up this book that I heard about, the Wayne Dyer. And so far in the book, he's stating, like, for example, right now he's saying, sometimes, all of us that start our own business or careers or school or whatever it is that you start, you have a timeline, and you're like, well, by this time I will finish it, and you think that that's it, that's game over, that's you're set. But he states that, think about it, us, we have, society has a weird way of setting these standards on us. And he says, where do you think your timeline comes from? Like, whenever something is ripe, like, for example, he gives a great example where how when a chicken, when the egg of the chicken hatches, does anybody know how long it took? Like, that, does anybody can predict? This not, that's like a question that, think about it. Nobody really predicts that. It just happens when it's ready. It hatches, and he gives other various examples, that there's something that we can't, see it. It just happens, and we have to just believe in it. So, kind of inspiration for me as well on, on my endeavors, my projects, that any projects you guys are starting, that every day you put in work, you put in your the deeds, the seeds, you put in your seeds, and plant the seeds. As I hear a lot of entrepreneurs saying, plant your seeds, but I don't think you know the timing. You will never know the actual timing of, in your mind you might want to have a dateline or a time set, a goal, a great huge goal, but there's only one person or one thing that knows exactly when is your time. Um, and just in the meantime, enjoy the ride, have fun with it, as I'm doing. Try to meet I try to meet as much people as I can. I try to connect with as much as I can, and open up new opportunities and new doors. But it kind of gives you that you need to have that faith. But the faith is not only, believing in religion or whatnot. Faith is believing that whatever you're putting in your hard work, your hard dedication, that it will eventually manifest, or eventually will ripen, or eventually will, come to fruition, which is something that we want to happen, overnight. Including myself, right? You put up a video and you want 100,000 views, right? But not knowing that all these guys that you look up to, and you follow, they've been at it for years and decades. Let's put it. So it's something that doesn't happen overnight. So it's just put in the work and be. I think it's also what your intentions are, right? As I read in my last book, Power of Intention, put in the right intention every day. What do you want to work on daily? Because I think every day we have different intentions, but if it's the same intention on a consistent basis, and you're consistent with it, you will see some type of results, and you will be set with type of maybe roadblocks, obstacles here, but that is also there to help you, and how to use that, for you, how to, even athletes. Like, I'm an athlete. I have injuries that I had, and I looked at it like, oh, it's over for me. I'm done. I can't really pursue what I want to pursue. But it just kind of redirected me to what I could focus on. So I focused on something totally different. Before, my focus was just on that, and perfecting my skill set on that situation. But once I couldn't do that anymore, it was like an avenue, a redirection for my focus to go somewhere else. So I think athletes themselves are great focusers, or they're able to put attention to something really big, because they have a focus span that not everybody has, or discipline. But it depends on where their focus is going. So just like us in human nature, sometimes I think it's hard to focus on more than one thing, and it's something that people have mixed ideas, mixed opinions about it. But think about it, it's something that when you focus like on something, it's hard to focus on the same type of intensity on something else. So think about that. But also on this video, on this afternoon here in the backyard here, this beautiful scenery, I want to let you guys know that everything takes time, and the time that it will happen, we do not know. That is something that it's outside of our control. So just focus on what you can control, which is putting in the work, putting on the content, putting on your vlogs, your reviews, whatever it is you're trying to do, your podcast episodes. But everything else you cannot control. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys later.